Forgiveness sounds beautiful when preached from a stage, but in real life, it feels messy, unfair, and often painful. Many people struggle with forgiveness because they think it means pretending nothing happened or letting someone who damaged them walk freely. But the uncomfortable truth is that forgiveness is deeper, harder, and more liberating than most people ever admit. Core principles. Principle number 1. Forgiveness is not instant healing. Forgiveness does not erase the memory or the trauma overnight. Healing is a process, and forgiveness simply opens the door, not completes the journey. Knowing this protects you from guilt when emotional wounds take time to recover. You can forgive and still need years to heal. Principle number 2. Forgiveness does not require reconciliation. Most people confuse forgiveness with welcoming someone back into your life. Forgiveness is internal. Reconciliation is relational and optional. Trust is rebuilt, not automatically restored. You can forgive someone fully and still choose healthy distance. Boundaries are not bitterness, they're wisdom. Principle number 3. Forgiveness does not excuse the offense. Many fear forgiving because they think it validates the wrong. But forgiveness simply releases you from the burden of carrying someone else's poison. It does not rewrite history, it rewrites your relationship with the pain. Letting go is not approval, it's freedom. The offender remains responsible for their actions. Principle number 4. Forgiveness is not a feeling, it's a decision. You may never feel ready to forgive, and that's okay. Forgiveness is an act of the will, not an emotional moment. Feelings often catch up long after the decision is made. Emotions follow obedience, not the other way around. Waiting to feel ready keeps you chained to the hurt indefinitely. Principle number 5. Forgiveness may not make the relationship better. Sometimes forgiving someone reveals the relationship was weak to begin with. Forgiveness can expose patterns, boundaries, or incompatibilities that were hidden. Not every story ends in restored closeness. The goal is inner peace, not repaired friendships. Forgiveness doesn't guarantee a happy ending, it simply guarantees your freedom. Principle number 6. Forgiveness requires facing the pain, not avoiding it. You cannot forgive what you refuse to acknowledge. Avoidance traps people in cycles of suppressed anger and silent resentment. Naming the wound is the first step to healing it. Honesty creates space for release. Pretending you're fine keeps you tied to the injury. Principle number 7. Forgiveness is more about you than about them. Whether the offender repents or not, forgiveness is primarily for your well-being. It frees your mind, restores your peace, and breaks bitterness before bitterness breaks you. You heal when you release what is poisoning you internally. They may never say sorry, but you can still choose freedom. Forgiveness is self-care for the soul. Principle number 8. Forgiveness often requires repeated action. Forgiveness is not a one and done. Old wounds resurface, and you may need to reaffirm your decision many times. This does not mean you failed, it means you're human. Every time you release the pain again, you reclaim your power. Forgiveness is a discipline, not a moment. Principle number 9. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. Forgetting is impossible and unnecessary. Memory protects you from repeating harmful patterns. Forgiveness gives the memory new meaning instead of letting it control you. You can remember without reliving. True forgiveness is clarity, not amnesia. Principle number 10. Forgiveness can feel like losing, but it's actually winning. Your ego will tell you forgiveness makes you weak, but forgiveness puts you in control, while anger keeps you imprisoned. Bitterness is a chain. Forgiveness is a weapon. When you forgive, you reclaim your narrative. Forgiving is not surrender, it's spiritual victory. Principle number 11. Forgiveness breaks the cycle of hurt. Unforgiveness becomes a generational curse when repeated. People who don't heal end up hurting others unconsciously. Forgiveness stops trauma from passing through you to others. You become the one who breaks the pattern. Forgiveness is not just personal, it's transformational. Principle number 12. Forgiveness will sometimes make you stand alone. Some people expect you to hate who they hate. When you forgive, you may look strange or disloyal, but your peace is worth more than public approval. Choosing forgiveness is choosing maturity. Peace is better than popularity. Bonus hidden principles. Hidden principle 1. Forgiveness is a form of emotional detachment. You release the emotional power the person has over you. Internal detachment precedes external peace. It's the beginning of emotional sovereignty. Hidden principle 2. Forgiveness exposes your true character. Your response to hurt reveals more about you than about them. Forgiveness sharpens your identity and maturity. It refines you quietly. Hidden principle 3. Forgiveness is a spiritual strategy, not a moral decoration. Forgiving is a weapon that shuts down darkness. It prevents bitterness from becoming demonic footholds. It protects your inner world from corruption. Practical steps. Step 1. Write the pain down. Describe what hurt you and why, so you can release it intentionally. Naming the wound weakens its hold. Step 2. Decide what boundary is needed. Forgiveness without boundaries is self-harm. Choose the peace you want to protect. Step 3. Practice micro-forgiveness daily. Forgive small frustrations quickly to build your emotional muscles. Strength grows with repetition. Step 4. Separate the offense from your identity. What they did does not define you. Release the shame that doesn't belong to you. Step 5. Say the words out loud. Speak forgiveness, even if your emotions lag behind. Your voice leads your healing. Recommended reading: The Art of Forgiving by Louis B. Smeatus. Forgive for Good by Dr. Fred Luskin. The Road Less Traveled by M. Scott Peck. Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. The Anatomy of Peace by the Arbinger Institute. Emotionally Healthy Spirituality by Peter Scazzaro.